Oh, hello. Where's the music? Okay. Hey, don't you dare start bugging on me, model, right now. So, hello. Why am I so angry? Dang, wait. This? Ah, finally. A normal expression. So, hello. My name is Amy Ames, and today we're playing Our Life Beginnings and Always, like usual. Honestly, this entire week, we're gonna be playing that because, like, I just want to get to know Cove more and stuff, and actually be able to, like, finish his route. So, how am I? I am tired. I just hope nothing bad happens. But, yeah. I'm just tired. I'm just sleeping so late nowadays. It's awful. Absolutely awful. Like, it's kind of embarrassing. But, like, I think I slept at, like, 5 a.m. today. And, like, I woke up at 11, so, like, what, 6 hours of sleep? So, I mean, that's what it is in my time zone, but yeah. Also, if you're interested, I got quote unquote temporary emotes. So, like, wait, I can show them. They're not like actual full on emotes, it's just my face, my model's face and stuff. Oh my gosh, wait. If you want to use them, you don't have to. It's okay if you don't have to. But yeah. Let's see. We have happy, sad, surprise, embarrassed, and flirty. Those are totally like normal expressions. I don't know. You don't have to. I mean, I really want to commission emotes and stuff, but I don't really have the fun. I mean, I have the funds, but I don't know. It's not something I know if I want to invest. I do have someone I want to choose to actually draw and stuff, but yeah. I hope everything's fine on that side because I didn't get to do it like a sound check or whatever this time. But yeah. Also, while everything was away, we got a new follower. Thank you, Malversier9, for following. I really appreciate it. We're actually getting really close to 50, and that's really nice because like 50 is a nice number. But yeah, I think that's it. Let's just go into the game. Doo-doo-doo. I just want to get to know Cove. I want to see how the story plays out. I am really intrigued by I don't know. It's just Our Life is so different from like usual games. Like, oh my gosh, my model. One moment, I look like a giant. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Come down. And there I am. Okay, I think that's good. Oh no, now I have to look at chat and see my face. You can barely see anything. Okay, just waiting for it to load. Do-do-do. I don't know, anything new with everyone else? Nothing much with me. Oh yeah, I remember last week I had an interview, so like it took place, and honestly, it wasn't really an interview. It's more like a coffee chat. So like they were talking about the role and stuff like that. So I think that's fine. But now they want me to come in for like round 2 and stuff. So to see if it's actually like if I'm a good fit. And I'm nervous because I suck at talking, and talking while doing it like a technical skill. I don't know. You guys see my resume? Can't you just hire me? But yeah. Ah, here's the game. And let me just type something real quick, and then we could get going. Cove, I love you. Oh wait, is my voice a bit loud? Hello. I don't know. I see it's in like the orange section this time. Usually it's like slightly under, with like it being in the green. So just turn off my voice if it's too loud. And there. Okay. Let's start playing. And also, we're gonna go for like, what, 2 hours? So, yeah. Because I want to get to studying and stuff for my interview. Or like the technical part and stuff. Okay, I need to make sure everything is on. Because I cannot deal with if I just happen to be talking mute to myself. So, yeah. Let's see. Okay, mic's on. Audio's okay, everything's good. Okay, that's good. And now let's do left to right growing up. Or just it's just growing. Is it just gonna be about height or something? Early one afternoon, you found yourself in the living room with your family. It was another one of those summer days where it felt too hot to go outside, but it was too uncomfortable to do anything inside either. So just lazing around. I see. Honestly, when those days happen, it's best to just go to sleep. I really need more sleep. The thing is, nothing is stopping me from sleeping. I just like being on my phone late and stuff. The air conditioner was cranked up as far as you could negotiate it, but everyone was still being pretty lazy. You, your moms, and sister were lounging around while the TV blared on in the backdrop, ignored by all of you. You specifically were. Let's see. Sitting spread eagle on the carpet, sitting cross-legged on the floor, perched on the arm of the couch, draped over the coffee table. Okay, I'm not a coffee table. Spread eagle on the carpet. That's kind of uncomfortable in my position. If anything, I'd be just laying down on the floor. I'd say... like, as much as I do like sometimes being perched on the arm of the couch, the thing is like, sometimes it's uncomfortable, so I'm gonna say sitting cross-legged on the floor. You looked out the window at the backyard, not that there was anything of particular interest to watch. Elizabeth broke the silence with a loud groan. You glanced over. She was lying on her back over the couch, massaging her calf with one hand. Ugh, I feel terrible. I'm dyeing this house, and my legs hurt. Mom looked up from the magazine she'd barely been flipping through and frowned, concerned. Could you have strained them somehow? Elizabeth flailed briefly, then flopped onto her side with a heavy sigh. I don't know, sometimes, like, I flex my leg, and then for some reason, it gets, like, very, how do I say? It feels like I, like, I don't know, flex it too hard, and then it just feels weird, and I just can't feel my leg. I don't know if you've ever had that experience. One moment. Let me just make sure you guys, everything sounds good over there. Wait, I need to continue talking to hear if it sounds good. Okay, everything's good. Everything's good. It's just like I'm so paranoid. Just so paranoid sometimes. I don't know. It just hurts.
Sweetie.
Oh, sweetie. I mean, sweetheart. I mean, we all clearly heard her say sweetie, so. Ma got up from her seat at the kitchen table and walked over to your sister. She did a light pat on Elizabeth's shoulders sympathetically. I'm sorry, you have to deal with that. Maybe it's growing pains? You could be taller by next fall. Height? Oh my gosh, you could get taller? The thing is, I'm not really that tall. I mean, it'd be nice if I could grow taller at my age, but it's pretty uncommon. Elizabeth scoffed. She didn't look impressed by Ma's assessment. I'd rather be my height forever than deal with this. Mom walked over to you, leaning against the back of the couch. Kids, they grow up so fast. Soon, Elizabeth will have a home of her own. Maybe even with a nice husband and some kids, if she feels like it. She sniffled loudly and wiped at her eye, but you could tell that it was just a bit. You tilted your head. Even though you knew Elizabeth liked guys, it was hard to imagine her with a boyfriend or husband. I mean, there's Shiloh, but like, Shiloh's missing, so... She only seemed invested in hanging out with her group of friends, not chasing after boys. Ma agreed with you because she shook her head.
No.
Let's not exaggerate. She's still practically a child. But if you ever do pursue romance, Elizabeth, you can come talk to me about it. Definitely, we're always willing to lend an ear. Elizabeth's features contorted in disgust.
No.
No way, I am not talking to my moms about that. You have me. I mean, it's more normal for siblings and stuff. Mom's jaw dropped, and she gasped in an exaggerated display of shock. Her hand came up to rest against her chest. Ma only grinned. She didn't look offended by Elizabeth's quick response at all. It really wouldn't be so bad to come to us. I know what it's like to have a crush on a pretty boy or two. Oh, so you're bi. Nice. I don't, but I can listen anyway. Mom snorted at her own joke, while Ma burst into giggles. They were having a little too much fun at Elizabeth's expense. Elizabeth certainly wasn't feeling the amusement because she rolled her eyes and sat up.
Thanks.
I'm going back to my room. I'd rather melt alone, thanks. She strode off towards the staircase, taking the steps two at a time. Your mom stared after her, then turned to each other with raised eyebrows. Oh, hey, Tony. So, like, I talked to them, and it was more like a coffee chat rather than like an actual former interview. They just wanted me to, like, I think it went well. They just wanted me to know more about the company, what they're looking for, and like what the position entails. I am scheduled for another interview on Friday, so I'm not gonna be streaming on Friday. But yeah, I hope I get the job. But it's a technical, so like I'm brushing up all my skills and stuff. So I'm gonna be streaming for like 2 hours, and afterwards I'm gonna study and refreshen all my knowledge and stuff. But yeah, I really like the company, so I hope things, turn out well and stuff. Whoops, looks like we scared her off with all that romance talk.
Well?
Oh well, we'll get her next time. We watched them titter with some surprise. Obviously, your mom's liked women, but you had no idea that Ma liked guys too. Today was the first time you'd heard her say something like that. Wait, you've had crushes on guys since when? Ma turned to you, happy to bring you into things now that you've spoken up. She smiled and nodded. Always, I like both. But I like your mom most out of everyone. She's special. We're just playing, Our Life again, like usual. Honestly, I really want to get through it because, like, I just want to see how things end up with Cove. And I like embarrassing Cove and, like, being direct with Cove, Ma's smile turned all soft in the corners, like it usually did when she looked at her. She pinched Mom's cheek lightly. Mom reached up to cup a hand over Ma's, even when Ma stopped pulling her cheek. Their hands remained clasped together.
You're fantastic.
Thanks, Lonnie. I think most women have charm, but no one can hold a candle to you.
Aww.
Aw, Pamela. Ma beamed, then kissed Mom on the cheek. She's been pinching before. You laughed at their antics. You thought the moment was very sweet. You cringed. I don't know. I could see me doing all of this because, like, when you see your parents being lovey-dovey, you can't help but cringe sometimes. Let's see. I mean, considering this is like what? Our fourth or fifth stream playing Our Life? I guess I could say I have a crush on Go. I really like him, he's really sweet. And like, Our Life is really a game where like, I haven't played a game like this where like, they allow so much customizability and, various answers. Cause like, I feel like, I remember this one time I was playing, okay, so I'm not sure if you know about like Amnesia memories, but like there was this one time where like, one of the routes is like, you say sit down or please sit down, and like depending on which one you pick, you die. So I'm like, what the F? But I really like how there's so much more leniency and no one dies. I mean, hopefully no one dies. And like, no danger depending on how we decide to express our own character. I'm gonna cringe, because parents being romantic? Ew. You slouch down as if that would hide you from sight. Why were parents like that? Ma looked back to you, letting Mom's hand go with a brief squeeze. She settled down next to you, and Mom followed soon after. You know, I'm also here to listen to you whenever you're ready. That offer isn't just for Elizabeth. So, guys, parents of mine, you know I like Cove. And he'll be your future son-in-law. In fact, I think that talk might be needed sooner for you. After all, you already have someone, isn't that right? Yes, tall, green, glasses. Mom shook her head and elbowed Mom, but it was futile. Meddler. You blushed fiercely. You also elbowed her. Ma, I don't have someone. Yeah, that's true. You guys know the kid across the street. Ma giggled and smiled, no doubt pleased that you admitted it so readily. And there's no rush, of course. You can take all the time you need to figure out what or who you want. Yeah, especially the glasses. Don't think you have to stick with whatever you come up with right now, either. Life's nice like that. It can change and you can learn. I know there's other love interests, but like, I haven't met any, so... I mean, I don't think I've met any. I mean, it's like, you know, been pretty co-centric. Mom nodded her agreement. The two of us are happy to hear you out, and we may be able to relate better than you think. Still, we won't push the topic, at least most of the time. She gave Ma the weakest scathing look possible while being unable to stop grinning. I appreciate it. It's nice having someone you could talk to. I'll think about it.
Wonderful.
Good, that's all we can ask for. Mom let out another exaggerated sniffle. It didn't take a genius to realize it was fake. First Elizabeth, and now you, Amy. Do you have to grow up? I'm extremely mature for the age of 13. I'm not 13. Twitch, I'm not 13. The character's 13. I forgot. I really need to be wary about what I say. I am an adult. But in this instance in the game, we are a young child. Yes, children tend to do that from time to time. Your parents quickly grew absorbed in their conversation about rearing kids. You took that as your cue to leave, getting up so you could spend some time alone in your room too. Imagine like the stream suddenly ends because Twitch is like, bad. Wait a minute, 13? Actually, wait, I think people are allowed to be on Twitch at 13. And this isn't like, you know, a rated 18 stream either. So maybe I won't get hit with the hammer. They let you go without problems, so you made your way up the stairs. Cove, come into my window and serenade me or whatever. You let out a sigh once you stepped into the room. It was just as sweltering in there as it was in the living room, possibly even a little warmer. Yeah. Oh, they don't even have age verification? Dang. Twitch do better. I mean, like, I could be a teenager doing a job thingy or whatever, but you're right. If there's no age verification, we're fine. The auto, what is it called? The bots listening in won't strike me down. You couldn't even open your window since it was hotter outside, and you just let the AC out. You dragged your feet as you crossed the room. You checked your current sweltering conditions in the mirror as you passed by. You thought back to the conversation you had downstairs about growing up and all that. I want to be a little taller. After a moment, you stepped a bit closer to the mirror, you stared into it, then turned away from the surface to look down at yourself. You're definitely growing, alright. It was weird thinking about how you were now, in comparison to what you've been when you were younger. When it came to your body, let's see. I don't have any muscles. I'm not chubby, not. I'm honestly, I'd say I'm more of a sort of a scrawny type. Because even though I go exercise, I'm not very. What's it called? Let me check if I'm using scrawny correctly. Actually, scrawny meaning. Oh well, I'm not thin and bony. Slender. Well, I can't believe I had to use the internet to know what these words mean. Like, I'm just normal sized. Like, where's average? Yeah, okay, as long as no one reports me. Tony, please don't report me. You're probably like the only person watching. Wait, actually, let me check. One of two. Let's just go similar. You shifted to the side, your head still facing forward and continuing the self-evaluation from this viewpoint. Like, I know I was a pretty bony kid when I was a kid. Yeah, I'm a girl, so. Why do we have to talk about my chest? I don't want to talk about my chest. Guys, let's just say I'm flat. You tried to imagine what your adult self might be like. Your fingers brushed over your cheeks as you stared at the freckles dusting your features. It was as if they quadrupled in the summertime with all the extra sun. Oh my god, they're mentioning my features and my 3 freckles on my cheeks or whatever. Oh, you took a step backwards, finished with your impromptu inspection. You locked eyes with your reflection, cocking your head to the side. All things considered. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think I looked too bad when I was a kid. I don't want to be too arrogant. It's like, I looked fantastic. I think this game is just trying to be overtly inclusive and stuff. But like, it's not bad, like, inclusion. But I mean, it makes sense since we're like growing up, so oh my god, I don't want to talk about puberty and stuff, so let's just move along. I don't think I look too bad. A slight smile tugged at your mouth. Sure, maybe you wouldn't be a model or anything, but you weren't half bad. Hey, I'm decent. You shook your head roughly, putting thoughts of what you were turning into out of your mind. This wasn't the time to focus on such things. You had to find something to do in this heat. Cove, get over here and let's hang out. You shuffled over to your bed, collapsing onto the mattress, your brows scrunched up in thought. Time passed slowly, and to your annoyance, possible ideas about what to do were few and far between. You weren't sure how long it had been, but eventually you heard your mom's call you from downstairs. Amy, there's a call for you. Cove wants to come over. Is that alright? Yes. Cove, save me from the boredom. Save me from this talk about puberty. I don't want to talk about growing up. It's scary. Oh my god, yeah, that's torture. I don't want to relive being I mean, like, is being a kid easier? Yes. But I don't want to relive puberty. That's awful. I'd say my golden years. I'd say the best time to relive is probably like elementary. Because like, elementary is like when usually puberty doesn't quite hit yet. Middle school is when those awkward years happens. And stuff. So, if I had to relive a time period in my life, it'd probably be like elementary school. I don't know, I think the best time is probably elementary school or college. Middle school and high school, not so much for me. You perked up at the words, sitting in bed. You yelled back to her immediately. Yeah! You got to your feet and headed downstairs, eager to see your friend. You need to go downstairs soon anyway, because your empty stomach told you it was almost time for lunch. Yeah, let's eat, I'm hungry. Just as you reached the bottom of the stairs, you saw Mom put the phone back on the receiver. She glanced at Mom, leaning her hip against the kitchen counter.
What a pickle.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Kindergarten was like the best. Because like you could just play with toys. I don't know. I hear so much about like what kids. So like when it comes to education, there's two things. I hear like kids are either very advanced, doing a bunch of AP classes. They're trying to get ahead on life. They try to put their kids into schools really early into like elementary studying, or they can't read. That's literally what I hear about education nowadays. It's either you're extremely smart or you can't read. And like that wide gap is so concerning because what about the normal kids? Well, here comes trouble. We better prepare ourselves. Ma clicked her tongue in clear disapproval of Mom's words. He's such a good boy. Cove never wants to cause trouble. He can just be a little bit thoughtless and impulsive. Oh, I know. He's very sweet, but that's what makes it more of a problem. Wait, what? If a stranger or some kid from school was egging Amy on to behave badly, I think we can both agree that she'd do the right thing in the end. Aw, my mom's has so much trust in me to not be a bad kid. But if... Oh no, oh no. Oh yeah. Oh, you grade papers? Dang. I don't know, I just hear so much bad, like, especially more like behavioral things, that I'm like, how do teachers aren't paid enough to deal with that. So I'm like, poor them. But if Cove Holden got into a reckless mood and wanted Amy to be a part of the ride, can we really be certain of what calls she'll make then? I don't know. If Cove wanted to do something reckless, I'm probably going with Cove. I'm sorry, mom, but Cove is special.
Yes.
Yes, I think so. Amy helps Cove settle down. He would have gotten himself in even more trouble without her.
Thanks.
You have a point. I am the brains of this operation. Ma just laughed and she turned away, still snorting. Her eyes met yours. She blinked in surprise and waved at you with an easy grin. Mom looked over, noticing you at the foot of the stairs as well. Oh, I didn't expect you to come down already, Amy. I just wanted to let you know what was happening. I gotta call her out on it. Well, if I hadn't come now, then I would have heard everything you said.
Pam.
Oh, you got caught, Pam.
What?
I mean, if Cove wanted to rob a bank, I mean, this is a game. So I'm sure that the consequences wouldn't be too bad. I'm sure Cove's dad will help us. I don't know, real life? If Cove is real, definitely not. I actually have a conscience or whatever. But if there's like, Amy, I need to rob a bank because we're poor now because our dad spent all our money. I'm like, okay. But we have to make sure to get the good ending on the bank because I don't want to be caught by the police. What? You were saying things too? I didn't say anything I wouldn't have told to Amy directly. Oh, you're unbelievable. You shook your head at your parents, even as you fought a blush when you remembered just what they've been discussing. Alright, you got me. I'm sorry for being gossipy and saying that about your friend. I can be bad too.
Let's go.
Well, we'll get out of your way now. Mom sighed in mock defeat and made her way down the hall. Ma followed after her with a hushed giggle. Now you're alone in the living room, tasked with waiting for Cove. And that was just fine with you. If it hadn't been so hot outside, you would have visited him at his house a long time ago. You took a seat at the kitchen counter and settled in for the wait. As expected, there was a knock on the door a few minutes later. Hey, Cove. When you got up and answered it, your neighbor was standing on the other side. He came in once you stepped aside to let him pass, giving a little wave. You greeted him as you typically did. Oh my gosh, wait, I get to hug Cove. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love... I do like a nudge on the shoulder, but if I get the opportunity to hug Cove, I'm gonna hug Cove. Now aren't you getting blushy? He stiffened in your arms, then relaxed seconds after. One would think he'd be used to your hugs after all these years. To be honest, I'm not really a hugger. But Cove is different. Hey. His voice was cracked as he struggled to say something. You didn't feel worried about it. It was how he usually reacted when you were close by. Cove sighed and wiped out his face a bit. You noted the sheen of sweat across his brow. He must be glad to be back in an air-conditioned place, even if he only had to walk across the street to get there. So, what's with the sudden visit? I don't want to do anything. Not when it's like this. He gestured vaguely to the humid air hanging around.
So...
He talked. I thought I could at least do nothing with you. Ah. Let's see. You thought that was really sweet. How'd you know I was doing nothing? Maybe I had plans. You nodded, that made sense to you. I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, because this game is our life. Cove is the poster boy. Of course, I was thinking the absolute same thing as you. You grinned, and he smiled back, and that was all there was to it. Both of you were on the same page. Have you had lunch yet? I was gonna do it soon. He shook his head. Now you get to taste my amazing cooking skills, which are extremely not amazing at all. Let's hope I don't burn down the kitchen. I hadn't really felt like eating because of the heat. I probably should have lunch. I didn't have breakfast this morning. Well, we can't have that. Yeah, you should really eat properly, man. Let's see. I mean, I get like that too. But I get like that too where I don't eat sometimes. I mean, like, I eat a snack or whatever, but like not like a full-on meal. Let's see. Not this one. I could see myself saying this. You should really eat properly, or... You know what, let's be relatable. We both don't eat sometimes. So, let's eat together. My parents don't like it when I do that, though. Mine don't either. They'll ask if I ate here when I go back home. As one, you headed into the kitchen. You crossed your arms as you glanced around, wondering what you should scrounge up for a meal. Let's see. Grilled cheese. I think if we have bread and cheese, that's the best thing. I don't want to eat anything that's warmed up. Is there something cold or not cooked? No, I want a grilled cheese. Let's see, what's a good meal? That's cold or not cooked. What if we just eat like a slice of bread? Nothing, just slices of bread. Yeah, but grilled cheese. After a bit of back and forth, and the two of you concluded that you should raid the fridge and cabinet in order to make sandwiches. With that settled, you had planned to decide on the outside layers first. There was a wide variety to choose from since everyone in your house had their own favorites. Oh my gosh, I could make sandwiches. There was white bread, wheat bread, sourdough, mixed grains, gluten-free bread, and pita pockets. I'm a sourdough person. Could you take the grain one for me? So you're healthy. So you're health conscious. I see how it is, Cove. Sure. You reached for the mixed grains and made your decision. Oh my gosh, salami would be nice. But I am into, oh my gosh, sourdough. A lettuce wrap? No. Oh my god, they have cinnamon swirl bread? I mean, oh, that's awesome, but like, I'm in more of a savory mood right now, so... Sourdough! I wonder if Cove would judge me if I ate the cinnamon bread. You pull out the sourdough too, setting both items onto the counter. Then you had decided to what main direction the sandwich would go in. Okay, let's get the meats. Definitely savory. I love savory. Something savory would make it feel like a real meal. As for the specific ingredients, okay. Oh my gosh, look at all these ingredients. Okay, so they don't have salami, but let's get some ham. Let's get some... Do you want some turkey? I don't know. I'm not really a turkey person, to be honest. Look at all these vegetables and just me not eating it. Okay, let's eat some avocado. cheddar cheese. Definitely cheddar cheese and mozzarella. Wait, let me check what pepper jack looks like. It's important to make this perfect sandwich. No, I don't want pepper jack. Do I want pickles? I like pickles, but I don't think this is the type of sandwich for pickles. However, if my mom came in and it was like, Amy, you have to put some vegetables on it, then I'd probably put like lettuce to like, you know. I don't, who puts tofu? I mean, I guess if they were like vegan or vegetarian and didn't want to eat ham or turkey, that would be like the substitute for the protein. But if like my mom's like, you have to eat vegetables, lettuce and cucumbers are usually it's usually lettuce and a side of cucumbers are my go-to. But this is my sandwich and I'm not doing that. So let's move on to the condiments. For the finishing touch, you intended to top your sandwich with. Let's see. The thing is, like, I can't do hot sauce, but usually I do like something like spicy mayo, which is like a mixture of sriracha and mayonnaise. I don't know. What would go good with the sandwich? Because like, I don't want to put too many, you know, condiments. So definitely mayonnaise, pesto. I don't know. Okay, so like, I like pesto. I think mayonnaise and pesto might be good together actually. Should I put hot sauce? I don't know. I don't think I'm in a hot saucy mood. Salt and pepper for flavor, why not? Not ranch. I like ranch, but ranch is like a solo thing, where it's like, I like ranch in my, like putting ranch on pizza and stuff. Actually, what else? Or like, it's more of a dipping condiment. It's not a condiment I would put in a sandwich. And that was everything. You know what's funny? I like ranch, but the only type of food I don't like ranch with is salad. Which is like the main purpose of like, you know, ranch to be on salad. But no, I'll have ranch with anything else but salad. You nod to yourself with a quiet hum, satisfied. The two of you bustled around the kitchen, opening and closing things in order to cook everything you needed for your individual sandwiches. You focus intently on assembling your own, for the most part. When you're close to being done, though, you glance over at your neighbor. Cove was putting his sandwich together delicately, his brow furrowed, and tongue sticking out just barely. There were open jars of peanut butter and honey near his plate, as well as a banana peel. Oh, you're doing the peanut butter, honey, banana type of sandwich. Unfortunately, I'm not a honey fan, so he was making a peanut butter, banana, and honey sandwich on mixed grain bread. Let's see. I mean, like, hot sauce. The thing is, okay, when it comes to hot sauce, I am very bad with spice. I think, you know, nacho cheese? I think nacho cheese is spicy. And like, whenever I put spicy mayo, it'll be like a glop of mayo and like a tiny bit of hot sauce. A tiny, tiny bit. And like, so like, when it comes out, it'll be... Oh, I'm getting a call. One moment. Let me just answer it. That's odd. When I was about to answer it, it just hung up. I hope that wasn't a scam or anything. I mean, if it was a scam, it's a good thing I ignored it or whatever. But yeah, I'm not really a honey fan. I think honey's too sweet. I don't know. It's just like I'm fine with sugar, but like honey, I don't know. I just don't like bees. And I don't. It's like I don't know, like honey tea. I don't like that. But my mom would always make it whenever I get sick and stuff. But it's just I don't like honey. Okay, let's see. I didn't think much of Cove's sandwich. It seems like a normal sandwich. It wasn't that surprising or interesting. Curiosity satiated, satiated you. Curiosity satiated, satiated. You turn back to your plate and finish your own creation. I mean, usually my phone would say, "Oh, scam detective," but it didn't. I hope it wasn't like an important call for the interview or something. But if it was, I feel like they would have, they would like, leave a message or something. Wait, let me go check out that phone number that called me because, oh no, it's probably a scam. It's probably a scam. I realize the company I'm interviewing probably wouldn't have the same area code as um as me, so by the time you're done, Cove had already cleaned up his workstation. He turned to face you, studying your sandwich briefly. A small smile tugged at the corners of his mouth. You guessed it. You guessed it didn't look inedible to him, at least. He doesn't judge me. Done? Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. He waited as you quickly returned. Imagine I got to sit in red, put hot sauce, and put tofu and all these ingredients that wouldn't match. And he's like, Amy, what the F? Yeah, they would probably email me. Yeah, you're right. I mean, who answers calls nowadays? The only call I answer is literally just from my parents because everyone either texts or use Discord and stuff. So. He waited as you quickly returned the ingredients and cleaned a few utensils. Then the two of you collected your respective plates. You both agreed on heading upstairs to hang out in your room. You and Cove entered your bedroom while balancing your food on the plates. Nothing fell, so it's a successful trip. Cove took a seat on the ground, stretching out on the hardware floor in an attempt to keep a bit cooler. He immediately took a big bite of his sandwich, chewed, then hummed happily. This sandwich is really good. At least that's something. At this point, you sat down and started on your own sandwich. You scrunched up your... No, I put everything I enjoyed, so it's good. Obviously, you're a pro at making sandwiches. He leaned back on his hands while chewing and glanced around. His every movement was sluggish. Want to do something? It seemed the plan of not doing anything at all had already worn thin, despite his lack of enthusiasm. Like what? Yeah, give me an example, because I don't know what else we could do. He rolled his head back, looking up at the ceiling. What about Hangman? Oh! Let's see... Yeah, sure, why not? You put your plate to the side and pulled out some markers and scrap paper. As you laid everything on the floor, he scooted back to make more room in front of you. Oh, are we actually gonna play Hangman? Or is it gonna be cut to a CG or whatever? Because I wanna win. Cove picked up one of the markers with his right hand, while keeping a half slice of sandwich in his left.
That's,
can I pick the phrase? Okay, I wanted to guess first anyway. Okay, wait. An actual game. I really hope. He smiled briefly before he bent... Oh, frick. I made a weird noise. He smiled briefly before he bent over the paper and began sketching the Hangman frame. Then he stopped. Pursing his lips in thought, he tapped the end of his marker against his cheek. You watched silently as Cove looked down at the paper, up at your face, and then off to the side in a loop. His marker kept tapping his cheek the entire time. You raised an eyebrow. He suggested the game and wanted to pick the phrase. It looked like he didn't actually have anything in mind for it. Bro! Finally, he put empty lines on the paper to signify spots for letters. Alright, you can start guessing. Oh my gosh, okay, it's a phrase. You hear it over a secret phrase consisting of 3 words. The first 2 had 3 letters, and the last had 4. Okay, what is a phrase that's how about the 4? Or so I think the best thing is to start with vowels, honestly. You thought hard about it, what your first guess would be. Enter 1 letter of alphabet. So immersive, I could like actually play. Okay, let's start with A. A, okay, good. You got 1. After the first round, you are about to take another bite of your sandwich when a thought occurred to you. I wonder if anyone turned off the TV downstairs. The TV, it was on earlier, but no one was really watching, and everyone started leaving the living room. I know I didn't turn it off. It might still be on downstairs with no one there. Ko smiled crookedly at that.
Oh.
Poor show, playing with no one around to enjoy it. What was it? He squinted off into the middle distance, trying to recall the show's name. I feel like it was some kind of crime-solving drama. Cove nodded sleepily, his eyes closed and opened again with some effort. Don't fall asleep on me, Cove. Actually, wait. If you fall asleep, we might get a cute picture of you. Can you give any specifics? Maybe I can guess it. Well, you rested your chin on your open palm, groggily thinking as hard as you could. I remember there was a woman with long blonde hair, I think? She was the one solving crimes, like as a detective or something. There were scenes in a police station because someone got arrested? These are so vague. You lapsed into silence, the both of you thoughtful. Then Cove chuckled. It wasn't that funny, but he joined in the laughter anyway.
I don't know.
I was like, I don't know what that is. The clues I'm giving are so vague. Me neither, and I just saw it. Enter 1. Okay, let's see. Oh, actually, what if this spells a 3-letter word like R? Like, you know, A-R-E. So let's try. Oh my god. It's gonna be the word R. A good guess. Another round came and went, and Cove grumbled as he readjusted himself. His features were twisted in a grimace. It's gonna be like you are nice or something. I feel so sticky. Ugh, I'm gonna be stuck to this floor forever now. I'll have to charge you rent then. You can be my new roomie if you want. Looks like we'll both be stuck here forever then. I'm sticky too. No way, I'll peel you off if I have to. You just smiled at his whining. Yeah, you can be my new roomie. Cove stuck on the floor. My new roommate. He smiled slightly at your joking suggestion. That wouldn't be so bad. You can't help but smile too. Now that you thought about it, being roommates with Cove would be fun. Then you return to the game. It's E. I know it's E. Okay. It's gonna be you are nice. It's gonna actually be you are nice. Yep, that's right. Cove spoke up once more, catching your attention. He was peering down at the piece of paper between you, his expression thoughtful. You know, Hangman is kind of a creepy game. Why did people come up with it? Why did they play it? Maybe it's what they had instead of real course back then? I've always wondered about that. I have to look it up later. It's a really old game. No one's sure where the name came from. This first one. Cove raised a skeptical eyebrow. You bit back a laugh and feigned seriousness. If you got it right, then you're innocent, and they let you go. But if you got it wrong, they killed you. Don't kill me, Cove, please. He shuddered at your eerie explanation before rejecting it outright.
No way.
That's terrible and not real. I mean, you're right, we could share a bed and that'd be nice, but I don't know, our bed kind of looks tiny and like, you know, Kova's kind of tall, so you might have a better time on the floor. Or we could like, I don't know, just cuddle and that'd be really cute. But like, do you really want to hug someone in like this humid weather? I mean, I did hug earlier now that I think about it. I don't know. When it comes to humid weather, I just want to just No blanket, just lay face up. The blanket's more like a safety measure, so the I don't know, evil spirits don't get me or whatever because yeah. You chuckled to yourself and went back to to the creepy game. Okay, I mean, why? I know, it's to spell the word you. That's another one. By this point, Cove had finished his sandwich. Yours was almost gone too, but now you're getting thirsty. You brought it up to your neighbor. Should we go downstairs to get some drinks? I was thinking that too, but I don't really want to get up. Me neither. You looked over at him, narrowing your eyes with false suspicion. But hey, what happened to not being able to get up ever again because you were stuck on the floor? And that's still true. I mean, we're not actually going, are we? I only thought about it. You rolled your eyes and dropped the issue, defeated. Cove grinned a little at your disappointment over his victory. Bro, I just wanted a drink. Okay, oh. You're really close. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. You? Oh, yeah. What? Oh, it's not like a special or like spiritual blanket. It's more like the idea that like if you cover your body, the evil spirits or like I don't know can't get you because they follow rules and they won't go under your blanket because they think you're just a pile of I don't know pillows or something. I mean, I have a blanket right now too, and I'm actually in it. Let's see. You are. I thought it was to say nice, but this is all my Wordle skills are coming in right now. Is this actually a word? So, we know it's not A there. We know it's not R there. We know it's not E, U, or like we know O or Y. So I'm going through my keyboard. Q, A, Z, no. W, S. You are sus. I'm joking. X, no. E, no, we already have an E. D, no. C, you are cube. You are cube. I just you are cube. Oh wait, you're right. Why did I think you are cube and not you are cute? Oh my gosh. I'm so dumb. You're right though. Oh my god, you're right, it's cute. You're definitely gonna get it. Enter one letter. I can't believe out of all of. Are you sure it's not your cube? I'm joking. Wait a minute. Cove, do you have something to say? You are cute. That was a phrase that Cove had spent so long settling on. You stared at it. You have something to say, bro? I don't know. I think the answer is actually your cube. I'm actually a square. I'm a Minecraft character, guys. A few correct letters in, you had a feeling you knew what the phrase was. Still, you felt butterflies in your stomach at seeing it, clear as day on the paper. You took in the words for a moment longer, then you looked up at Cove. I wonder what happens if you like don't get the answer. Cove's like, well, you didn't get it, so. Aww. He had trouble meeting your shocked gaze, a smile settling awkwardly on his lips. His next words left him in a mumble. I don't know, you're right. What'd you say? Wait. Hey girl, or hey guy, or whatever. You're a cube. I'd be more interested if someone said you're a cube, because I'm like, wow. No one's ever said that to me before.
I mean...
Aww. It was all I could think of at the time. You covered your face bashfully. You gave him a playful shove, still in disbelief. You stayed where you were, unable to move. You fell backwards onto the floor from your sitting position. You wrapped your arms around him. I'm gonna hug you. It's gonna make you even more embarrassed. I knew it. It was instinct. You leaned over and wrapped your arms around him in a hug. You didn't say anything. No, you're cute. Thank you. I can't believe you. Damn, Cove. You'll just let out a little squeak. Damn, Cove. How could you? Cove ducked his head at your cursing, clearly still feeling awkward about the move he pulled. He turned away from you, his cheeks tinted pink. A moment passed between the two of you. Now would be the perfect time to change the subject, but you didn't. He didn't either. Is it my turn to make a word? I'll play Hangman. Cove, you better let me play Hangman. Things started feeling a bit more personal all of a sudden. You looked into Cove's ocean eyes and saw yourself staring back. I really think you're cute. Seriously. Did you mean it? Do you really think I'm cute? I think you're cute too. Seriously. Cove's features softened at your words, but he remained serious. Thanks. I mean it too. Finally, he broke the eye contact. I heard at some point you're supposed to start liking types of people. Guys or girls or whatever, or whoever.
I don't know.
Wait, what? You don't know? Wait, what do you mean? I know, right? What do you mean you don't know? Unless, am I your type and you don't have a type because it's only one person? I haven't really noticed that yet. Nothing's changed. Not in a big way. Not for everybody. Maybe I have to grow up more, but at least with... You waited, but he trailed off. He wasn't going to keep talking. You pouted. You wanted him to finish his thought. At least what? You shook off the strangeness of the situation and tried to be supportive. Maybe you just don't like anybody, or maybe you like all types of people. That's normal too. Or maybe... you like one person? Cove seemed to appreciate that thought. The smile that appeared on his lips was any indication. But the expression was quick to disappear. He peered over at you, looking nervous. Okay, what about you? What kind of guy or person do you like? Cove. C-O-V-E, Cove. He winced and seemed to be mentally kicking himself for saying it like that. Actually, wait. If an option says guys with glasses, I can't pick that option. You considered his question carefully. Did you know who or what you liked? You're starting to have physical attraction in a general way. You only seem to feel physical attraction in specific cases and situations. You didn't have a physical interest in other people. You didn't think you could tell if you had any interest in people physically. There was only one person you ever had these kinds of feelings for. Aw, you guys know. You guys know. You were starting to have a romantic attraction in a general way. You only seemed to feel romantic attraction in specific cases and situations. You didn't think you could tell if you had interest in people romantically. There was only one person you ever had romantic feelings for. But specifically, when it came to how you felt towards boys. You found them attractive. You thought you'd be happy to be with a guy someday. You found them attractive. You hadn't thought about being with a guy. And Cove's a guy. You weren't physically interested, but you'd be happy to have a romantic relationship with a guy. You generally weren't interested in guys, but there were special exceptions. I see. Thank you. Okay, good luck on your meeting, Tony. I'm actually gonna end like around 2ish too, so just warning. Depending on when you come after that meeting. Good luck! Okay, let's see. And thanks for coming. Let's see. I don't know. It's because, like... Yes, guys are pretty. But... It's because, like, I don't like doing, like, the physical types of things. But, like, a romantic type of thing is totally fine with me. I mean, hugs are fine. Kind of. and how you felt towards girls. I like girls too. You weren't interested in girls. That's funny. You know what's funny? It's because like they didn't put that in like the last one because um why would you be playing this game if you weren't interested in like Cove in like any type of way? Let's see. Let's see, this one or this one? It's like, I'm good. Okay, so like, for me, it's like, Oh, hey, Obscure Mango, welcome in. We're playing Our Life Again. Oh, that's so cute. And we're deciding whether we like girls or not. I'm thinking, cause like, I'm fine with girls. But like, I like guys more. But like, you generally weren't interested in girls. I'd say, admit this one then. If I dated a girl, I'd be happy to. I mean, yeah. For people who aren't exclusively male or female, let's see. You found them attractive. You thought you'd be happy to be with someone non-binary. They're really being extremely inclusive. You found it attractive. You haven't thought about it. Honestly, it's just I just want to be in romantic relationships with everyone. I date everyone. Doesn't matter gender or not gender or whatever. Everyone gets a date. You returned your attention to Cove. He was waiting patiently for your response. I'll explain, Cove. I like you. He listened intently, taking in every word as you tried to convey how he felt. He definitely perked up a bit when you mentioned having some interest in romantic relationships. Then he scratched the back of his head sheepishly. I'm not really sure how we ended up talking about all this when we started out just playing Hangman. But it was good, I think. I mean, it was a bit awkward. It was Cove chuckled a little bashfully. He glanced around, clearly scrambling for something else to say. So, have you gotten any new accessories or stuff recently? Oh yeah, I can't believe I almost forgot to tell you. The conversation took a lighter turn after that, and it felt like you got closer that afternoon. This is a long moment, damn. Finally, the blazing sun began to set. To your relief, the air cooled down a bit as a result. You pulled yourself off the floor as did Cove. With some minor complaint, you both stretched your arms, groaning and yawned into your hands. You glanced out your window briefly, taking in the soft reds, pinks, and purples of the late afternoon sky. Somehow, you had made it through the scorching hot day in one piece. Oh my gosh, thank you. Hydrate or dihydrate! Water, so refreshing. Cove turned. I hope you're doing well, Obscure too. I don't know how to start a conversation. And it's totally fine if you want to lurk. But I hope you're doing well. Cove turned towards you, motioning towards your window with his chin. Want to go outside? It might be better out there than it is here now. Let's do it. I'm sick and tired of being cooped up inside all day. I really hope we didn't accidentally left the TV on. The two of you took your time heading downstairs. You stopped briefly to grab a drink of water. Like I literally just did. Oh my gosh. This is like foretelling. I drink water in real life. They drink water inside the game. Then continued on your way. You stepped outside, one after the other. Your destination being the familiar hills behind your house. It's the first place we met. This time of day, it was quiet outside. The flowers blew gently in the wind, petals trembling but stubbornly hanging in there. You felt the breeze cool your heated skin and you relaxed your shoulders. Cove closed his eyes, releasing a deep breath. I really love it out here. You do? That's surprising. Let's see. Let's see. I won't be joking. Cove chuckled a bit, nodding. Tendrils of his hair danced with the wind. A beat passed. but his gaze didn't stray from his own. His voice was impossibly soft when he spoke up again.
Amy.
He said my name. I'm glad I met you, Amy. You're really important to me, you know? I know. You blushed at the statement. I feel the same way. That's so nice of you to say. You smiled silently. You're being too sweet. You're special to me, Cove, too. Your voice came out equally delicate, and the way his features brightened, though, you knew he heard you. We're holding hands. Then Cove reached over and held your hand without another word. Even though the sun disappeared completely and the sky darkened, you and Cove remained side by side for as long as you possibly could. Aww. And now let's talk about family. Oh, what's this? Oh wait, it's more DLC. Whoops. The sun warmed your skin from its place in the sky, and you closed your eyes, enjoying the mix of the heat with the pleasant breeze that drifted past you. You and Lee— oh, it's our cousin! You and Lee had spread out a blanket on top of one of the hills behind your house, and had been relaxing there for a while now. Lee had come over earlier in the day, and while a range of activities had been discussed, from staying home to heading down to the beach, a picnic on the hill had been the choice you both settled on. A small spread was laid in front of you. Some bottled water, soft drinks, as well as chips and sliced fruit. Not fruit! You sat up and reached for a snack, listening to Lee talk about the musical she had gone to see a few days ago. It was unbelievable. There was singing, dancing, and crazy stunts, and it was all done live right in front of my face. Maybe one day we could go together. I gotta see more shows like that. You smiled at Lee's enthusiasm, knowing how much she enjoyed singing and performing. And she was good at it too. You had gotten the chance to hear her sing a couple of times, and you knew she put a lot of effort into it. Let's see. I like singing, but I'm not good at it, so... That didn't stop you from doing it, though. I wonder if maybe we could put on our own show? Think of how fun it'd be. We could perform for our parents and ask our friends and some other people to come and watch too. It'd totally work. I don't know. I have a bit of stage fright when it comes to performing. But wouldn't showing off to everyone be fun? The thought of an audience made you feel queasy. I need to prepare. You need to give me like a lot of time. You can't just give me like an hour to like prepare. I need to prepare my nerves like for an entire day or whatever. Not really. At least 2 days actually. Like the day before I spent worrying. The day of I spent worrying. So like at least 2 days notice.
Are you sure?
Are you really super sure? You have so many skills you could show off to the masses. I don't know. Like, plot-wise, I'd do it. But like, personally, I wouldn't. But you know what, sure, since you're our nosy, busy, bumbly cousin or whatever, sure. You could see that Lee was really excited about the idea, so with a small nod of your head, you agreed to go along with it. I'm gonna sing. Do you want it too? What? Do you want it too? Or maybe something else? Oh, I don't know. Okay, definitely not dancing. Not really a fashion person, not really a makeup person. I mean, I draw, but I don't think I can make a backdrop of some kind. Stunts? I don't have any stunts, so I guess I'll sing too. Cool, we'll perform an incredible duet. Is there anything else that's coming to your head? One more? No, that's it. The two of you ran back to your house to grab the supplies you needed, dodging your mom's news questions before heading back out to the blanket to get started. You laid down on the blanket together, your MP3 player in hand. Wow, an MP3 player? Dang. That's very old. And the two of you swiped through the songs to choose one you both liked. Lee and you discuss the plans in detail, settling on a song first and then practicing our parts for the show. The afternoon passed quickly. The sun dropped lower and lower in the sky, and after having thoroughly worked out how the show was going to go, you decided to take a break. Oh, we should have invited Ko to watch us practice our show. He could tell us if it's bad before we put on the real thing. I don't know if I want Ko to sing my singing. I mean, it would have been okay. I don't know. I mean, it's smart, yes. But I kind of don't want him to see. I mean, he's going to see eventually when he actually went on the real show, so you guess that would have been okay. It might have been nice for Ko to be there, but he felt weird when thinking about him watching the show. We could ask him to watch us another time. Maybe. It's too bad Derek isn't in the neighborhood today. I like him. Ooh, you got a crush too? You got a crushy crush? On Derek? I'm sorry. It's like, I don't really like him. Let's see. Yeah, he's a good person. He's a good person. He has his spirit in the right place. You just tell a kid, I don't like you. I don't know. That's so blunt. I knew you'd think so. But, speaking of boys we like, what's the relationship status between you and Cove? Is it good? Yeah, very good. Yeah, it's good. Very good. It's very insanely good. Very. He stuck into my room one day. I'm so happy for you. But like, really, are you gonna be telling him you have a crush on him anytime soon or what? I don't have a crush on Ko. No, I have the biggest crush on Ko. I'll tell him soon. No way, I'm not telling him. I'm pretty sure you'll. Not gonna lie. He knows. I know. He knows. I know he likes me. We kind of like bounce around the idea. Simply like, I don't know. Like, we kind of both know, but we just don't say it. Pretty sure isn't sure. You should declare it to him. You mumbled something incoherent and she gave you a pointed look. You know that he has a crush on you too. It's obvious for him. It's obvious for you. Why not just do it? You didn't say anything, wondering about the possibilities instead. The two of you talked a little more about Cove, amongst other topics, and you found that it was nice having someone to speak with about all these sorts of things. Finally, both decided to pack everything up and head back home for the evening. Lee talked excitedly about the show as you did, and you thought back on what you had already accomplished for it. You could definitely do with a little more practice, but what you had so far was a solid foundation for the performance. Oh. Why does everyone look so, negative? Upon walking through the front door, you're met by your moms and Elizabeth humming around each other in the living room. Tension hung thick in the air as the three of them turned to you and Lee, frowning slightly. You had interrupted something. Exactly what? You weren't sure. Don't say who died. Oh my gosh. What's going on, yeah? Oh no, did someone actually die? Your moms looked at each other, wondering which one of them was going to speak first. Eventually, Mom cleared her throat and spoke.
Oh.
We're just having a talk with your sister. Elizabeth, what did you do? Did you kill someone, Elizabeth? Oh my gosh. Why is everyone being so, scary? The room fell quiet again, with no one quite knowing what to say. You felt incredibly awkward, but the silence didn't last long. You don't have to stop just because those two are here. There's no reason to try keeping it a secret. Elizabeth was mad with her arms folded defensively over her chest, but your mom's nodded in agreement with her.
Well...
Oh, I see. Elizabeth was asking about her parents. I mean, you guys are her parents. But, like, I know, like, since, we're all girls, like, her biological ones. I mean, yeah, you kind of, yeah, I get it. The world spun around you at the news. You couldn't understand. Why was this happening now? When you glanced at Lee, she shuffled her feet uncomfortably, as though she didn't know if she should be there or not anymore. You didn't know either. Your moms had always been open and honest about the fact that neither of them had given birth to you or your sister, but the details hadn't been fully explained before. It made sense that Elizabeth didn't know a lot about her biological parents and wanted to know more. You just hadn't ever thought you'd accidentally stumbled into it. Elizabeth looked at your parents expectantly. She wasn't going to let the unintentional interruption derail things. We don't want to keep that information from you, either of you. It's your right to know your past. But we did want to wait until you asked us to hear yourselves. Well, it's happening now, so... Your mom shared a nervous glance, and Ma took in a quick breath before speaking again. I adopted you from the Philippines when you were a baby. You were just a baby. Oh. Let me take another water drink. Okay, so you're Filipino. Elizabeth dropped her arms, her eyebrows shooting upwards in surprise. Wait, I wasn't born here?
No.
No, you weren't. Why are you appalled? What? You could clearly see that your sister was appalled by this information. You struggled even more with what to do or how to react. Am I gonna have to pass some tests to even be a citizen? I mean, I don't think so, because, like, if you're adopted here, you become a citizen because I'm sure I think they have status, probably.
No.
No, you are adopted into the country. We took care of things. You're already a citizen. You have nothing to worry about. I followed all the laws when it came to bringing a child into the US. Nothing can be held against you. Elizabeth sighed, placated with information but still far from happy. Who were my parents as people? Why did they put me up for adoption in the first place? Dang, this is like a serious conversation, damn. Like the last one was like about sexuality and this one's like adoption? Ma softly put her hands over Elizabeth's shoulder, trying to provide some support before she gave her the answer.
I am so sorry.
Aww. I'm so sorry, sweetie. Your parents were reported to have died. They didn't go into details on the specifics on how, but you were an orphan. I wish we had better news for you, Elizabeth. Elizabeth was torn between emotions. Her eyes filled with tears as she threw her hands in the air, settling on enraged. Great, so I can never meet them, even if I wanted to. Not that I could have anyway, since they lived in another part of the world when they were still alive. Aww, this must be really hard on her. I don't know, I don't know how to, like, react because, I don't know, I still have my parents, and, like, I wasn't adopted, so, like, this must be, like, a very hard situation for Elizabeth. Elizabeth turned her back on you and your mom's and stormed off, sprinting up the stairs and to her room before anyone could stop her. I have to go and talk to her. Ma immediately started to follow her, but Mom gently held her by the arm and shook her head. We should give her a little space to process it. All. Your mom's head hung low, but she stopped walking. With Elizabeth now gone, the two of them seemed to remember you, and Lee were still standing awkwardly off to the side. I'm sorry you had to see all that. It's not how I expected it would have happened when the time came. But since it's the topic of the day, Amy, is there anything you'd like to ask? Honestly, I kind of don't want to know. Oh, hello. Hida HZK. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. Or if it's just Hyde. Welcome into the stream. We're playing our live, and we're in like a tense situation right now. That, like, we're learning about the characters' possible adopted parents or something. Dang, why did it take so long to say that? You deserve to know after all. Oh, Hide Hazuki. You almost got it right. Okay. Well, welcome in, Hide. Lee patted your back and gave you a supportive look. I want to know. No, I don't want to hear. Not right now. I don't want to hear it right now because the situation's tense. We could have another day to learn about my quote-unquote adoptive parents. I feel like mostly I read like... Since like, you know, VTubers, it's common to have Japanese names and stuff. So like, immediately went with Hida. I mean like, you could have been a Hyde, but usually it's a Hida. That's perfectly fine.
I understand.
You can always ask later if you ever change your mind. You smiled at them gratefully. It was nice to know they wanted to be open with you about the topic, even if it wasn't a talk you wanted to have now. No one seemed to have any words after that. Let's see. Everything's so dramatic. Go up to your room, go stay with your moms, get out of the house, see Elizabeth or Cove. I don't know, does Elizabeth want to see me? Because does my sister want support right now? Or does she want, it's like, I want to see Cove. But at the same time, I feel like seeing Cove isn't necessarily the correct answer at this. I mean, sure, Cove could like, what's it called, comfort me or whatever. At the same time, what if Elizabeth gets mad and she's like, oh, but your parents might be alive or something? Why is this so tense? Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna save because I don't want to make the wrong choice. Well, let's go see Elizabeth, but if Elizabeth doesn't want to see me, we're gonna head over to see Cove. You're worried about Elizabeth. Even though she had been so angry when talking to your moms about everything, you could see she was clearly sad. You headed over to the stairs and up to her room. Oh, I don't know if we should ring Lee. Because... Lee isn't adopted. And Lee... I don't know, this might be an awkward conversation to have. So let's just leave Lee. It would be best to speak to Elizabeth alone. There's more chance of her opening up to you that way. Waiting in front of your sister's door, you raise a hand to knock on it. There's no answer for a good minute or two, and when you jiggled the handle, you found it was locked. Raising your hand again, you knocked louder this time, thinking she must have her headphones on, and so she couldn't hear you. When she didn't answer the door a second time, it was clear to you that she either still couldn't hear you, or was just straight up ignoring you. It hurt to be shut out, especially right now. Okay, let's go see Cove. Hey, I made the effort to talk to my sister. But this is still a dating game. I want to see Cove. More than anything, in that moment, you wanted to see Cove. No one could be there for you the way he could. I just realized we left our cousin. We just left our cousin in the living room. Oh my gosh, we're a bad cousin. I'm gonna go out, just for a little while. I'll be back before it's really late. Your mom's understood and your mom's nodded in understanding, trusting you to make the best call for yourself. I think, Lee, you should probably head home for the day because, we're going through some family trauma right now. Once outside, you strode across the street purposefully, Cove's house set in your sights. After you raised a hand to knock on the door, it only took a few moments for Mr. Holden to answer it, giving you a broad smile. Hi, Amy. Looking for Cove, I bet? Yeah, that's right. Cliff turned and whistled down the hall in the direction of Cove's room. Hey, sport, you have a guest. After calling his son, he turned back to you and dipped his head.
No worries.
He'll be here any second. Cove, I need comfort. I'm not going through trauma, but my sister is. And, she's ignoring me, so I need to be comforted because I'm being ignored. As promised, it didn't take long before... Wait, are we able to see... Cove, bring us to your room. Because I don't think we've been to your room yet. And I think this is the next step to our friendship or whatever. You've been into my room many times before, so it's only fair I could see yours. As promised, it didn't take long before footsteps echoed down the hall, and Cove's head of green hair appeared before you all. He looked past his dad to see you standing there and smiled, pleased at your visit. Hey, Amy. Trauma, Cove. Trauma. We're going through trauma right now. Hi, Cove. Can you hang out now? He gave you a placid smile, one you were all too familiar with. Sure. You kids take care, alright? I'll be around if you need anything. Mr. Holden shuffled back into the house and closed the front door, giving you some privacy. Cove tilted his head at you, his fangs falling into his face as he did so.
So...
What's up? Let's see. It's definitely not nothing. You didn't speak to him. There's a lot going on right now. I need to talk to you. Let's see. It's one of these. I just need to talk to you, man, because I need to get my frustrations out. Cove's forward, forehead furrowed and concerned at your words. Well, I'm here. You can tell me. Can we talk somewhere else? You felt uncomfortable, huddling around the entrance of Cove's house. Not feeling didn't seem to be a problem, though. Yeah. Wait. Okay, just making sure we didn't cut out, because, okay, good. Cove took you by the arm and encouraged you along behind him. You followed without protest. And now we're back on the hill behind our house. You headed towards the hill where you and Lee had spent the majority of your day. Things seemed so different then, only a couple hours ago, and you wondered how everything had changed so drastically. He took a seat in the grass beside Cove, who bent his legs and rested his arms on them, before he turned to you again. Can you explain everything to me? He nodded softly before taking in a heavy breath and launching into the story. Cove sat quietly and listened attentively, nodding every now and then, or taking in a sharp inhale. This is your time to comfort me, because before, I would always comfort you about you and your divorced parents, and now your turn to comfort me about me and my adopted parents. It took a long time for you to relay the details. Dozens of stars were pinpointed in the sky as the night wore on. Oh my god, Cove doesn't look like he's having a good time. Silence settled between you as Cove sat quietly for a moment, contemplating everything he had just said. When he finally spoke, his voice was quiet, drifting through the night towards you.
Amy.
Oh my gosh. You sound so traumatized. I'm the one that's supposed to be traumatized, bro.
I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry about what's happening with Elizabeth, your parents, your family, everything. He stopped suddenly, and you got the impression he was struggling to find more to say. You know, Elizabeth and I haven't ever been super close, but I don't think she'd want her family to break up or drift apart, even if she complains about it sometimes. He smiled at you a little, and you could tell he was trying to be comforting. And your moms definitely don't. It doesn't matter if you're not blood related, you're definitely family. I can see that, and I hope you can too. Let's see, should I cry? I don't know. Does he want to deal with a crying me? Yeah, let's cry. Let's cry on him. But in relief, to know we're still family even after all this. His words made a lot of sense. You knew your sister well, and you knew your family would always be important. Even as tears slowly rolled down your face, that thought comforted you. You stayed up on the hill together a little longer, looking over the ocean, and the stars that shone brightly above it. After talking about the situation with someone who wasn't directly a part of it, you started to see things in a different light. Above all, you were glad to have Cove's support, and to know you could count on him if you needed it. Hey, Elizabeth! The sudden voice of your sister behind you made you jump. You saw her standing a little way away. She walked closer, and you didn't quite know what to do, or what she was planning on saying.
So?
Would you mind going? I want to talk to just Amy. You can come back. It's not gonna be forever or anything. Cove seemed equal parts concerned and skeptical. Leaving now wasn't a concept that thrilled him. It's okay. It's okay, Ko. I can handle this. I need to comfort my sister, and she's gonna comfort me too. You can hide behind a bush or something. Yeah, I want to talk to you too.
Really?
Oh, then we're on the same page. She made a little move along gesture with her hands, and it was settled. You waited until the two of you are alone before fixing her with an inquisitive look. Elizabeth folded her arms, looking you over. Did Mom tell you about your parents too? I didn't want to know. Elizabeth nodded in understanding, her face solemn. Why did you want to talk to me? I want to see you, and you didn't even answer. Elizabeth raised an eyebrow at the news.
What?
I didn't hear anything. Setting everything out with loud music was very typical of your sister. You didn't feel much less confused, though. Why did you stop doing that, then? She shook her head as though the answer should be obvious. I was worried about you. I was the one who brought it up, but I made you deal with whatever was left when I was gone. She sighed, glancing upwards for a moment before settling on you once more. I want to ask you what happened without everyone's breath. Without everyone breathing down our necks. I'm not mad at her because I get it. I get this is a big information, and I totally understand why she would do that. I mean, it was gonna come eventually, so at least it's better that it came now than, later. She stuck her nose up a little bit after that, but her smile was soft. I'm okay, Elizabeth. It didn't upset me. How are you allowed to be that mature? The lightning spirits in her were quickly gone as she slipped back into a scowl. Oh! You have to be born in the US to become president. I see. Oh wait, wrong word. You have to be born in the US to become president. And you want to become president? Oh my gosh. What? She had never heard of that dream of hers before. She noticed your bafflement and continued. I was never gonna be president, but it just feels weird, having stuff taken away, not even getting a chance at it. I don't like having to know that when I was born, I was gonna have a completely different life. So different, I can't even think about what it'd look like in my head. I could have spoken another language, lived away from everything I've ever seen here, had someone else as my sibling. And then my parents died, and I was adopted, and the life I got became a totally new thing forever. I can't go back to what it was even if I wanted to. Aww. A heaviness settled between you and the person who became your sister. I don't really understand that, honestly. And I can't understand that because I don't know. Because we don't know if our character was born in the US or if she was adopted like Elizabeth. But I can't really, I'll be honest, I can't understand. I can't see that other stuff as being my life. The only one I have is what my life is, and everything else is only what didn't happen. Elizabeth watched you seriously. She was trying to make sense of this to you and herself. I don't know why today was the day. Nothing came up to make me ask the question. It was just something I've had in my head for a while. Well, it was just me and my mom's in the living room. I just kind of said it, finally, and there you go. She shifted from one foot to another, relaxing her stance just a bit. She also spoke more gently. Learning about them and what happened doesn't change how I feel about our family, Amy. She smirked, fixing you with sharp eyes. I've already figured out a long time ago that moms weren't our biological parents. And that was the news. Yeah. Mom plus mom does not equal kid, unfortunately. I mean, technically one of them could have been related to you, yeah. Our moms can have kids, just not both together. True, but I'm not half white or native Hawaiian, so no, neither of them could have been my mom.
Nice try.
Nice try, smart Alec. Nothing about the family I was first born in would have made me decide that this wasn't my family anymore. If you had hoped you'd be free of my big sisterly status, don't think you're so lucky. She bumped her shoulder against yours playfully, her lips tilted at the corners.
You'll always be my little sister.
Aww. I'm gonna bump her back. You'll always be my family too. Chuckling, she seemed pleased with how the conversation had gone in the end. Ready to head back home? Ready to head back home? It's been a long day. You gave her a nod.
Come on.
Come on, you two, let's go. Two? Wait, is Cove like in the background? Just far away enough so he doesn't hear our conversation? But he's just like, imagine he's like over here in like the corner or whatever, and we just see a small Cove. Like, you know, a small Cove. Like him just standing over there, just like, I don't know, watching us. You walked home together in a comfortable silence down the well-worn street. The familiar of it all felt nice. When you stepped in the door, you found your moms quietly sitting together at the kitchen table. Their heads snapped up and they got to their feet to meet you. Ma gave you a careful smile. We're so glad to see you. Hi. Hi. Hi, sweetheart. Ma then came over and wrapped her arms around you and Elizabeth, giving you a tight hug. It didn't take long for Mom to join in, putting her arms around the both of you. Aww.
Love you.
We really couldn't have asked for better kiddos. We love you. More than we could ever say. Moms. You're smushing me! You all chuckled, the rumble of laughter shaking you all as you continue to hold each other tight. I love you too. Aww. Is Lee still even here? Where's our cousin? Did she go? They both pulled you back, eventually grinning at the two of you, and you knew then that you all had each other, and you always would. Ah, Lee, hey Lee. Hey, I hope you're alright. Lee came up towards you, a soft smile plastered on her face. Are you okay, Elizabeth? Elizabeth rolled her eyes and huffed the breath, and you knew she wasn't used to showing her vulnerable side.
Fine.
I'm doing fine. Lee nodded, though you could tell she didn't quite believe her. Well now, since we're all here, how will we do something together as a family? Oh my god, is Cove still here or not? Because if Cove is still here, Cove becomes family. And that's because I married him. That sounds like an excellent idea. We should have some fun before the night's over.
Totally.
I love the sound of that. Okay. Yeah, Cove's here. Okay, good. Cove looked a little bashful, likely over being included as part of the family, but he tried not to pay much attention to it. No, it's okay, Cove. Once you get married to me, you're in the family. Brother-in-law or whatever. Why not? You had the smile that threatened to tilt your lips, knowing that Elizabeth must have been in a good mood if she hadn't even teased Cove for being part of it. And no matter what she could have said about it, you wanted him to be here. He was someone who was really important to you. Who's got a suggestion? It should be something we can do here in the house, with everyone in the same room. Oh, the show? Oh no, not the show! I'm not good at singing! You suddenly remembered the show you and Lee had been working on earlier. Oh, I don't want to do the show. Like, we should totally do the show because, like, why not? Sure.
Oh.
A show? This is the first time we're hearing of this. I'm intrigued.
Wonderful.
It would be amazing if you put it on for us to watch. Oh yeah, I need to see what you've cooked up. We were cooking. That'd be cool. Cove, you're not even in the screen. He smiled at Lee, who returned the gesture while bouncing on her heels in excitement. Take some seats, and we'll get everything together. Your moms collected the chairs from around the dining table and set them in a row in the living room, where there was enough space for the show. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. While they did that, you and Lee quickly gathered the supplies you needed and rehashed the plan one last time. You listened through the song you had chosen one last time. When the two of you returned to the living room, everyone was singing and chatting amongst themselves while they waited. Are we actually gonna say words, or is it gonna like time skip? Please time skip because I don't want to go like doing my singing voice. The group quieted down when you and Lee stood in front of them on your makeshift stage. Lee was buzzing quietly with excitement beside you. I'm nervous! No matter how small that audience was, it was still all eyes on you. Okay, so welcome to our show. We only came up with it today, but we promise it'll be good. No refunds! No refunds! Laughter rippled through the mini audience. Then you nodded at Lee that you were ready to begin. Lee took in a deep breath, waiting the few beats it took to get into the song and started singing. Your part of the song joined in just a few moments later, and you smiled at each other as you sang together. When the performance was over, Lee took your hand in hers, and the two of you bowed deeply together. Everyone gave you a round of applause and cheered for an encore. When you straightened yourself up, you were happy to see that even Elizabeth was clapping for you. Bravo, bravo.
Good job.
You are so talented. Your family rose from their seats and came over to congratulate you more directly. You're being from ear to ear. Throws up everywhere from nervousness. Cove was the first one to approach, stepping up to you and Lee with a smile on his face.
It's nice.
Ah, nice job. Thank you. You're a really great singer, Amy. It was cool. Oh, that old thing. Just thank you. Just thank you. Just thanks. Welcome. Your parents gushed about how great everything was, and thank you for sharing it with them. Elizabeth was complimentary in her own way, although she did describe the show as cute, which you knew she meant as kind of kitty. You laughed it off, however, and were just happy that everyone had a nice time. In that moment, you couldn't have been more pleased to be part of the family you had. Aww. Okay. I think we'll do one more, and then that'll be it. So, like, the next stream, we'll do Road Trip, and then we'll get into our high school life or whatever. Sunlight shone through the windows as you sat in your living room. Your home phone pressed your ear. Cove was on the other side. It's been shaping up to be an ordinary day like any other until Cove had called unexpectedly. He sounded unusually nervous to greeting you. Oh. I completely forgot what the name of this chapter was. He listened silently as he kept talking, his words stilted. So, I was just wondering, do you want to come over to my house for dinner tonight? Yes! Oh my gosh, we get to see his house! The question came out strangely, almost like he'd rehearsed it a few times beforehand. Your eyes widened a little. You hadn't expected this to be the reason behind the call. I can't. I'm joking. Yes, I'll go. It was... Huh? Oh. It seemed that Cove still had more to say, and you just interrupted him. Oops. Oh, I hate it when I accidentally do that. Cool, well... He stumbled for a bit, trying to gather his thoughts again. Oh no, did I break your concentration? Oh no. My mom and dad, they really want you to be there. If your parents don't have a problem with it, they asked me to ask you. You took a moment to think. Dinner at home would be quiet and uneventful today. If you really wanted to, you could go to Cove's instead. Cove spoke up again, breaking your thought train. His voice was softer than before. Also, I want you to be there too. Oh my gosh. Can you come over? I mean, yes, we will come over. I will come over. Oh no, he wants just me. I know he just wants me, so not that. I'll have to ask my moms and get back because I had to be polite about it. Okay, tell me when you can. He sounded noticeably relieved by your response. Was you coming over for a dinner today that serious? I really hope. Because, you know, the discourse between Cove's father and mother since, you know, they got divorced. So I hope they don't argue because, I mean, I'll be there to, like, comfort Cove, but, like, I really would really want to avoid confrontation like that. He spoke to you for a little while longer to explain what time to come over and other details, then hung up. And that was that, for now anyway. You called Ma right afterward, and she picked up on the third ring. It wasn't a long conversation. When you asked to go to the Holden house for dinner, she was more than happy to give permission for it. No problems there. Ma wasn't one to complain about you spending time with Cove. Cove got a quick call from you afterwards, so he knew for sure that you would attend the dinner. Then you said your goodbyes and went on with the afternoon. Oh my gosh, look, this one speck of, oh my god, these specks of dust. How immersive. Soon enough, the sun dipped out of the sky and evening came. It was time for you to head to Cove's house. After letting Elizabeth know you were leaving, she didn't look away from the TV, she just grunted. You made the small journey across the street. You knocked a couple times on the heavy door to their condo. As you waited for an answer, you found yourself contemplating being a guest while both of Cove's parents were there. Oh my gosh, we could get to see his house! I'm gonna be apprehensive because they're divorced. I really hope they don't make a fuss. I'm a guest. Usually when you have guests over, you don't make a fuss, right? So I hope my presence helps that. You didn't know what to expect from this dinner party. You didn't get too much time with your thoughts though. The door opened soon enough. Cove's mom, Kira, stood in the frame smiling warmly at you.
Come on.
Hey, Amy. Welcome. Please come on in. She opened the door wider and moved to make room. You stepped inside, allowing her to shut it behind you. Oh, this is a nice place. Thanks so much for coming over. I know it was kind of last second. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Of course, just to make yourself at home. It's not my home, but I've been given permission to say that. Hey Amy, welcome to our humble abode. You jerked your head towards the sound of Mr. Holden's voice. He waved at you from the kitchen with his back turned and his large spoon in his hand. Hope you're hungry, cause I'm whipping up a lot of tasty stuff. I hope you're taking this as seriously as I am, because I will be your future daughter-in-law, and take it seriously, because I will make your son very happy. True to his word, you heard something sizzling on the stove. You closed your eyes and inhaled. It smelled spicy and savory. Oh no. Not the spice. Guys, I'm not good at spicy. With Mr. Holden busy and Cove nowhere to be seen, it was just you and Kira. She gave you a wary smile. He sure is. Well, I've been barred from cooking the entire time I'm staying here. Can you believe that? She nudged you with an elbow. Mr. Holden scoffed good-naturedly, then spoke from over his shoulder. You're on vacation, Kira. You need to accept that out already. She yelled back, amusement obvious on her face and in her tone. People still cook when they're on vacation. Everyone's gotta eat. It's not like I'm some celebrity who can go out for every meal or hire a private chef.
Sorry.
Well, in this house, you're a VIP. Kira smiled and shook her head quietly. Then she turned to face you once more.
Well,
Sorry about that, Amy. Here I was trying to strike up a conversation with you, and Cliff just had to butt in. I don't butt in. She eyed him, chuckling in disbelief. He wasn't exactly disapproving her point with that. Kira leaned over to whisper to you. It's okay. He likes to be included, but since Clifford insisted on cooking all by himself, he'll have to wait. The two of us can chat. Her next question continued to be in a hushed tone, just to be safe. So, how are you doing? I'm doing good. That's a normal answer. That's what I like to hear. She opened her mouth to say something more, but some lightly pounding footsteps caught your attention. Is it Cove? You checked to see Cove emerge from the hall a few moments later. He might have heard all the commotion and left his room to see what was going on. He quickly took stock of the situation. His cheeks tinted pink at the sight of you standing in his living room, and his hands came out to rub his arm almost bashfully. Amy, you made it. Thanks for coming. Aww. I love you, bro. Cove's voice was unnaturally loud, as if he thought you wouldn't be able to hear him from where you were, only a few feet away. Hey, weirdo. Ah. Cove frowned at your playful greeting. Weirdo? Yeah, 'cause you're being all weird. He puffed, but he didn't deny it, which meant that he knew he was acting off too. It was when you glanced away from Cove that you spotted his parents watching the two of you interact. Cove noticed their stares too, meeting them with narrowed eyes.
So...
Are we having dinner now? Not yet, bud. I'm still cooking. Alright, I'm gonna go back to my room. As he turned to leave, he bent his head to the side to face you. You coming? Oh my god, we get to- oh my gosh. We get to see his room. This is the first time I'm seeing his room. Oh my gosh. The question was quiet, but you heard it clearly. You smiled, pleased that he asked, and nodded in the affirmative. Cove turned fully and made his way down the hall. Have fun, you two. We'll call you when food's ready to go. With that, you followed after Cove. The two of you made your way down the hall. I personally, I haven't seen his room, so... Cove got to the door first, opening it and stepping inside. You joined him. Oh, look at that. There's a mat on the floor in front of the door. As you stepped over the threshold into his room, you felt the crunch of sand beneath your feet. Oh my, you keep sand on your room? Bro, I could literally see it right there, man. You need to do more sweeping. You glanced down. The sand was clustered around the entrance. You even spotted a smaller amount of it dusting the rest of the room's floor. Though you hadn't anticipated it, you weren't surprised at the sight. Of course, Beach Boy Cove Holden would get his room all sandy. Oh my god, you have a fish! Hello, fish. So this is my room. Cove was a bit shy as he said so, fidgeting with the hem of his shirt using one hand and vaguely gesturing to the space with the other. There's stuff you can sit on if you want. Oh, is it like a bunk? Or is it like... huh. You looked over at the desk as an option. When you turned back, Cove was already sitting on the edge of his bed. Are you trying to make your own beach with all the sand? Yeah.
Not really.
Bro, there's so much sand, man. You gotta sweep. No. But it'd be cool if I could, though. No, that'd be so messy. I need separation. I don't like sand, so... You can't help recalling, a long time ago, Cove explaining his childhood dream home would be something located right on the shore of the beach. Maybe that idle thought still held an appeal for him. It made you smile to think about it. I'm gonna sit right next to Cove. Yes, V Ford. You have to know, Cove. You have to know. The signs are there. As soon as you sat next to him, Cove grew tense. His back went stiff, and he ducked his head away. He tried to hide a trembling smile.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. It's just you, me, on the bed together in your room. He said it under his breath, as if he didn't want you to hear. You obviously did, and easily since you're right beside him. I felt charmed. I was charmed. He raised his eyebrows. You both kept noticing the other's every movement. This is like the game where this is like when you're walking on a sidewalk and there's a person walking towards you, and like you get to the point where you're like you cross paths, but like you might like, how do I say, go left or right, and you're like, oh, ooh, and trying to pass each other because you guys didn't stick to a side. Or just noticing every single each other's movement. You're like an open book, you know that? I'm not. Yes, you are. R2. Ko scowled, shifting nervously on the bed. He pointedly glanced away from you, the tips of his ears red. With the silence growing, your gaze began to drift. You stared at the bright fish swimming in the tank. It's a fishy! There was a bunch of them floating to and fro in the open space. They stood out starkly against the green aquarium plants. How long have you had those fish?
I guess.
My dad bought them for me not very long after I moved here. I guess it's been years now. Wow, that's a long time. You peer carefully into the tank. The fish looked to be doing well. He must take good care of them. Most of them were small, but there was one especially big one. Yeah, that one right there. What are their names? You don't name your fish! I don't name them. Well, not really. He lifted an eyebrow at that. He continued the explanation sheepishly.
I mean,
Mostly I just call them things based on what they look like. Squirt for a small one, tangerine for a really orange one, that sort of thing. Aw, so you do name them. I've had a lot of fish, and I'm not that good at coming up with names. It's relatable. I don't know, when I come up with names, if you were to give me a fish, I'd call it Fishy or something. And like, whenever I had like play Pokemon, and I get Pokemon, I would like literally make the name like it would derive from whatever the species was. So like, my favorite Pokemon is Oshawott. So when I got an Oshawott, I named it Asha. You didn't have any pets, but you always had trouble naming your stuffed animals or whatever else. It was such a hard choice. Oh no, that's not what I meant. I name my things all the time. No. A couple of them have other types of names. Actually, can I go back? Because surprising. Who knew that was his weakness? It was an entertaining revelation. Oh, a couple of them have other types of names. He pointed to a small orangish red fish. It was minding its own business, away from the others. My dad named him Dreamcatcher, and the other one's Mark. Mom came up with that one. Ko smiled to himself, his eyes reflecting the glow from the tank. You let other people name your fish?
it's nice.
Yeah, it is nice. He then turned to you, tilting his head to the side. There was a considering look on his face. Do you want to name one? Yes. Yes, I do. His smile grew a little at your enthusiasm. Cool. There's a few who don't have names right now, the newer ones. You can pick which one you want to name. He pointed each of the recent acquisitions out to you. The first was the smallest fish in the tank. It was completely orange and zipped all over the place, running laps around the others. Aww. The second was slightly bigger and red. Its tail was dotted with black spots, which almost represented freckles. The last fish was the biggest one. Its multicolored scales rippled under the bright light of the tank as it slowly made its way across the vast expanse. You went with... I need to save, because I wonder if I say... Okay, I want to choose the smallest one, but like, I wonder if I choose the middle one, if he'll say anything about like the freckles, because my character has freckles, so let me try. The middle fish. Ko only nodded at your answer, waiting on you to decide on a suitable name. You watched the fish you chose closely. As you did, a name eventually came to you. I just named it myself. Frank. Oh my gosh, wait, Frank's such a good name. Ko, I name him Ko. Wait, Amy. Ko laughed. Okay, I'm gonna like go back because I want to actually name it, but I think I want to see his reaction. Cove laughed unreservedly at your choice. It was affectionate rather than insulting. What? You can't name it after yourself? Why not? Because I'm not gonna call my fish that. But you still said I could pick it. Cove shook his head with a bent smile. I'll call them Junior then. You can still call them Amy. It seemed like a good enough compromise, so you agreed. Cove nodded, satisfied. Alright, it's Amy. With that, his attention moved from you to the tank. He peered fondly at it and its inhabitants. You smiled proudly at Amy as it swam through the tendrils of the plants, disappearing, then reappearing soon after. You know what? I'm gonna name it Amy. I'm just gonna keep it naming Amy because hey, it had freckles, I have freckles, and it kind of looks like me, so it's a mini me. So you are taking care of me. So Cove, treat it well. Next time I come, it better not be dead. You notice then that Cove was sitting closer to you than he was before. He must have scooted over at some point during the conversation. This close, your shoulders were almost brushing against each other. Your heartbeat picked up a little at the realization. You know, I'm not allowed to have pets in my home, not even a fish. The corner of Cove's lips turned down at that. That doesn't sound fair. It's not like fish would make a mess of your house or anything. You just gotta take care of their tank and feed them, and they'll be okay. I don't know, I feel like if I had a pet, I'd accidentally kill it. They don't want to worry. And like, I always feel bad because, you know, pets usually have a shorter lifespan than us humans, and like, I don't want to go through the heartbreak of it dying. They don't want to worry about more lives than the two they're already raising. That's what they say about it. I never thought about it like that before. Your current conversation brought to mind a memory from years ago. You launched into it without any warning, earning you a brief confused look from Cove. Oh. Oh, sorry, I got a message and I came to read it. One time Elizabeth came back from playing at the beach and just shut herself in her room. She only came down for food, and then she ran back upstairs straight after. It was kind of weird. My mom didn't think much of it at first, though. But then, at that night, Mom went to her room to say goodnight and started screaming. Mom and I... Oh my god, a lizard? Mom and I ran over to see what happened. Lizzie had this huge lizard in her arms. Oh my gosh. I didn't know she would be a lizard type. Maybe it's because Lizzie, lizard, you know. Cole's eyebrows rose at that, and he leaned forward in interest.
Really?
A lizard? Where'd that come from? Elizabeth said she saw it half buried in the sand and didn't know what it was. Then she pulled it out and got the answer. So she brought it home? Oh my gosh. She hid the lizard in her room for most of the day because she wanted to keep it. Mom and Ma were not happy. They worried about putting it out during night, but she was going to have to let it go in the morning. Lizzie was really upset. She did bring it back to the beach eventually, but she wouldn't talk to anyone for days. When she did get over it, it was almost like it never happened. You laugh thinking back to that time. Elizabeth had always been stubborn. When she was younger, she forgot grudges quickly. Now it wasn't so easy. Cove had been quiet for most of the story. Apart from the reveal of the lizard, he had a thoughtful look on his face. I can't even imagine what it'd be like to have a sibling. He gave serious thought to his statement before he told him. Ups and downs, Lucky's the only child. There's fun. It's a nice idea in general. In general, my sister is Elizabeth. I don't know how to explain what it's like. There's ups and downs. It's fun to have her there when she wants to be there, but now Elizabeth barely feels like hanging out with me. Cove pursed his lips at the words, considering them quietly for a while.
Cool.
That's interesting. I think your family is cool. You didn't have much to say, though. Well, on the topic of your family, you considered your relationship with your moms, too. I think with the relationship we have right now in the story, I think you're the best. You couldn't even consider having another option. You couldn't have better parents. Well, say what you want about them, but at least your mom's never tried to pay someone to be your friend. Oh my gosh, I remember that. Oh. A thought prompted you to look over at Cove. He probably still didn't know that happened. You doubted that Mr. Holden mentioned it, and you never had. You wondered if you should tell him. It was a long time ago, but you were keeping a secret from Cove. Oh my gosh, what? I don't know, he's still pretty young. I don't think I should tell him. I don't want it to come from me, man. Maybe we would in the future, but you knew you weren't right now. Time passed, but you didn't really notice. The two of you were busy, making plans for the rest of the summer and chatting about your respective days. Eventually, you heard a muffled holler from a different part of the house. You and Cove raised your heads in unison.
Oh.
It's time for dinner. Cove watched the firmly shut door. He had been locked before most of the night, but he didn't make... Okay, wait. Excuse me, dang, my reading skills just took a dive. Cove watched the firmly shut door. He had been locked behind for most of the night, but he didn't make a move to get up from the bed. You didn't see his face, so you didn't know what expression he was wearing. I'm glad you came. Cove peeked back at you from the side. It's been awkward. Aww. Really? I can't tell. You're being sarcastic, of course. It was obvious that he felt weird around his parents generally, and especially lately. Cove said nothing else and remained sat where he was. Now would be as good as a time as any to ask him why his parents so suddenly wanted you to come over. Yeah, is there a reason? It hadn't been awkward for just me. Sometimes it gets like this when no one else is around. But now you're here. Huh, you hadn't considered that, but sort of made sense in a way. There were another shout from outside, too muffled to actually know the words, but you could imagine what they were. Let's go. Yeah, probably like, it's time for dinner or something. Cove finally got up, lumbering away with his shoulders sagged. You followed after him. Together, the two of you made your way back to the living room. Why are you guys so big right now? As you expected, Cove's parents were politely waiting for you at the kitchen table, beside the windows overlooking the back of the house. Food had been prepared and set. Mr. Holden beamed as you and Cove took your places. I hope everyone's hungry. I cooked up a feast.
Yeah.
I know I am. Yeah. Cove's mumbled response wasn't nearly as upbeat as theirs. His parents didn't notice, or they pretended not to. Mr. Holden instead looked at you grinning.
Thanks.
Let's all just take a moment to thank our special guests for being with us here tonight. I'm so glad you were able to make it, Amy, and on such notice too. Yeah, I'll thank them. Yeah, be polite. Thanks for having me over.
All right.
Well, that's it. Everyone, please begin. You can help yourselves to the food. Upon his encouragement, you looked over the meal spread in front of you. There was a large garden salad in the center, surrounded by a variety of Mexican dishes. There were a lot of sides and optional sauces to add. Yeah, I could work with this. I could work with this. That's not quite the response I wanted. You didn't mind. I love Mexican food, but like, let's see. You had no idea what you expected for the dinner, but wasn't this? Utensils and plates clanked together, as the group began filling their plates. Cliff, could you pass the salsa verde? Oh, I know Spanish. Of course. Course.
Thanks.
Thank you. Let me just say, you really outdid yourself tonight. I'm so jealous. Oh, hey, Tony. I hope your meeting went well. So, right now, since you were here, so this is what happened. We got to go to Cove's room, and I named a fish. And you know I named the fish? I named it Amy, because the fish had freckles on it. So I'm like, oh, my character has freckles, so like, we're named Amy. But Cove's like, you can't name it Amy, you're Amy. And so he's Junior now, so yeah. I now have a fish named after myself in Cove's room. And now Cove is gonna take care of Junior/Amy. And like, he also got blushy. Jealous of what? Your cooking's nothing to sneeze at, Kira. Cove's parents made small talk, filling the silence with what seemed to be barely any effort. You joined right in without a thought. I didn't know you could cook.
Huh?
You didn't? Who do you think has been feeding me and Cove all this time? Takeout. I don't know. Maybe you guys get takeout and stuff? You could afford it, I think. Mr. Holden stuttered, acting grossly offended, but he's grinning good-naturedly. takeout. If we ate that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, we wouldn't have made it this long. I know. It's the next step. Everything is going according to plan. We got to go to his room. We're eating with his parents. You know, being friendly because they have to know their future daughter-in-law. Ko's mom leaned towards you, her eyes twinkling merrily. I know it might seem like Cliff is a big goofball, but he's got some skills.
Hey.
Hey now, that sounds less like a compliment and more like an insult.
Don't worry about that.
If that's how you want to take it, I can't stop you, can I? Such disrespect, and in my own home. Sorry, my friend. Everything looks great, Dad, as always. Thanks, sport. Glad you think so. Yeah, you're right. He's gonna take extra care of that fish because me. It's named after me. It's like, is it like our child now? Oh my gosh. He's gonna have to take extra care for it. Ko, you better not kill our fish child together. Next time I come in the room, that fish will better be there. Ko smiled, and it was genuine, even if it was strained at the corners. Brief silences interspersed the small talk. Once the food had been divided and things settled down, Ko's parents started talking again. Now then. You sat up in your seat when you noticed they were both looking at you. Oh.
How's it going?
How's everything been over at your house? Are your moms well? You've been keeping busy this summer, or maybe you're just trying to take it easy during the break. That was a lot of questions. I'd be overwhelmed. You're blindsided by them. Your mind blank. Then again, this is Mr. Holden. Maybe you should have expected this. Everything's good in the house. It's good.
Fantastic.
Oh, that's wonderful. Summer? After the start, but there's so much to happen. You should know that I've been up to since so much has included your family. I haven't done much. Yeah, so much has happened. Mr. Holden's brows raised when you answered with that. You sure are keeping yourself busy. I could learn a thing or two from you. My moms are doing great. Mom took us out for dessert a couple weeks ago, since her project went really well. Is that so? I'll have to congratulate her when I see her. And that's it. Kira... Wait, I just noticed. So, you know how eyebrows? So, Kira and Mr. Holden Cliff, they both have normal eyebrows. Cove, where did you get your eyebrows from? Kira nodded along. You could tell she was actually listening to the words you were saying. She was trying to include you, not humor you. Did you know, Cliff, Amy is really into fashion? No, I'm not. I'm not. No, I'm not. Cove is adopted? Are you sure? I mean... He has green hair, and he has his father's eyes. So, like, I feel like... the eyebrows, they're the signifier that Cove is adopted. Imagine. Oh, is he like us? We'll see what happens. Mr. Holden's face lit up, and he stopped eating so he could lean forward, his arm braced against the table.
Nice work.
Oh, that's right. Very cool. It's just a it's just a hobby. There's nothing wrong with that. It's good to do things just for fun. Everyone needs a hobby. I've been thinking of picking up wood carving myself. You can't tell how serious he was being about that declaration. Thanks. Cole's parents were definitely the encouraging type, but you could already tell that much about them. There was a lull in conversation as everyone focused their attention on their respective plates. You noted not for the first time that Cole's parents were the ones guiding the conversation. You wonder if she should break the silence this time. No, I'm not really a conversational starter, so you guys take on the conversations. Mr. Holden was the one who spoke, glancing at his son before turning to you with an easy grin. Speaking of hobbies, Ko's been playing some tennis this summer. He and Kira keep hitting the court together. Who would have guessed? You already known that since Ko was so open with you, but it was so interesting. It was interesting to hear his parents' perspective on it. The rest of the meals, I wonder if Ko. So like I remember when we were telling Kira like all these questions, like all our hobbies, tennis was actually one of the hobbies. So I wonder if Ko starts playing tennis because I play tennis. The rest of your dinner continued just like that, with light conversation, as you ate your meals. Eventually, all the dishes on the kitchen table were pretty much gone. Kira set down her fork and rested her arms at her sides, letting loose a satisfied smile. Her plate was completely empty.
Thanks.
That was delish. Thank you for your culinary creations, Cliff. Mr. Holden was like a flower soaking up the rays of sun. He beamed, flattered by the praise. I needed to be polite. It had been some work, but by the end of dinner, your plate was clean. Ko successfully kept his presence to a minimum for the full meal. He was slumped over, even now, toying with the silverware. Are you okay, Ko? I know it's kind of awkward. Your parents are divorced and stuff. It's okay, Ko. His parents practically only talked to you. Most attempts to entice him to join the conversation failed. It wasn't typical for him to say so little. He at least tried to participate. You didn't get much time to contemplate Ko's situation because your attention was taken by Mr. Holden's pointedly clearing his voice. Not to sound like a broken record, but thanks for coming, Amy. I'm glad we finally got the chance to have you over for a real dinner.
What?
What? Did I hear that right? This is the first time Amy has ever had dinner here? Why in the world haven't you invited her over sooner? Ko was always the one going over to Amy's house until now. I mean, how was I supposed to reject the generous offers of the Ames family to host my kid? Kira shook her head, but the amused smile she was sporting told you that she wasn't actually mad. This guy, honestly. Oh, Cove, you okay? Cove, you okay, man? The three of you, I mean... I don't know. I don't think Cove's adopted. He looks like, you know, the child. Like, greenish hair from the mom. The eyes are from the dad. It's probably like a recessive, like maybe his grandparents had eyebrows like that. The three of you looked at Cove in unison, his small sound being more than enough to get the focus on him after a silence, but now he stopped fiddling with his fork.
I mean...
Oh my gosh, guys! Would it be alright for Amy to stay over, like, for the night? Guys, we're gonna sleep in Cove's room. Oh my gosh. He shot you a shy glance, then, smiling a little. If you're cool with that. Mr. Holden's... It's okay, we're not gonna do anything bad. Oh my gosh. Guys, it's a code red. Oh my gosh, we're moving forward with the relationship. No, we did get to hold hands. We did hold hands. I'm not sure if you're away when that happened. We did. Me and Holden, no, not Holden. Me and Cove held hands before this. So, oh my gosh, sleeping in the same room. Oh my gosh. I mean, he slept in my room, so it's like time to return the favor of me sleeping in his room. Mr. Holden's shoulders stiffened. He sat up straighter, eyes darting back and forth between you and Cove. His mouth opened, but not a peep came out. Oh, guys, parent to please. You've never seen Cove's dad say no to him before, but this is different than the usual requests. It wasn't so simple, and Mr. Holden was lost. Oh my gosh, in the same bed? Oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? It's okay, we're not gonna do anything bad, I think, because I mean, this isn't a rated 18. We're kids still. Then Ko's mom reached out and took a hold of his shirt collar. She pulled him closer. She glanced at you before leaning in and bringing a hand up in front of their faces. The two adults whispered seriously to each other. Oh my gosh, are you guys disapproving? Cove's eyes opened wider. He leaned forward as if that would help him overhear his parents' conversation. Oh my gosh, they're just making gestures. Mr. Holden kept gesturing with his hands, while Kira made sure he didn't get too far with all his movements. Every now and then, both of them would watch you and Ko out of the corner of their eyes. We're not gonna do anything bad. We're not gonna do anything bad, bro. I wonder if they're like, bro, Cove is like finally getting I don't know, how do I say this? Cove has someone. I mean, we kind of already knew that, but it didn't seem like they were fighting to you. They looked more like some kind of tiny sports team having a private huddle. It's like, do they have to have the talk right now? After a bit, they broke the group up. They moved back to sit properly in their chairs. They snuck a look at Cove. He stared at them expectantly. You're eager to hear their verdict too. Oh, well, Kira and I think that should be fine, but, oh my god, what's the but? He lifted a finger dramatically, his brows rising as he met Cove's gaze and then your own. We'll have to talk with Amy's parents to make sure they'll be comfortable with it. If they are, we can arrange for a sleepover to happen on a different night, when everyone is more prepared. If Amy's folks don't like the idea, there's nothing we can do. Not tonight? Oh, man. One day in the future we'll get to sleep with Cove. Not in, like, the bad way, but it's not necessarily a bad way, but, like, you know, in a way that could be extremely demonetized. Or, like, whatever. He finished a mini speech with a wide shrug using his full arms. He also checked out Kira in the corner of his eye and gave her a crooked smile. She nodded approvingly and grinned back. You thought you saw her give him a thumbs up, but her hand was partially blocked by the table. They looked so pleased with themselves over the answer. Why do you guys look so pleased? It was just a yes or no question. They just passed an actual decision on whether it was right or not to someone else. Namely, your parents. They passed the decision to my parents. If this was a sports game, they would have punted the ball away. Yeah, it's in my parents' court now. Cove hung his head, deflated. He had been hoping you could stay over today, not some hypothetical time in the future. You can always sneak in back to my room, man. Cove's eyes sparkled at suggestion. You wouldn't be surprised to have him knocking on your window sometime. Though he likely still would, without the invite. With that, dinner finally came to an end. Mr. Holden stood up from the table and began collecting empty plates. Cove asked to help out, which he did with little fuss. Kira tried to lend a hand as well, however, Mr. Holden didn't let her. It seemed she was barred from cleaning as well as cooking. You weren't allowed to chip in either, since you were there as the declared guest of honor. Although the meal was over, the night wasn't. It looked like you weren't going home just yet, after all. You weren't asked to wait on the couch. Wait, I did do something. Let me drink some water. My throat's getting dry. Also, this is gonna be the last moment we do. And then I'm gonna stream. Because I have to go study. So yeah, let's continue. Hangman Part 2. Except I get to write it. And I get to say, I love you, Cove. While Cove and his dad were cleaning up the mess, Kira disappeared down the hall after shooting you a wink. It was a bit strange, sitting by yourself while everyone else had something to do. Luckily, you weren't alone for too long. Oh my god, instead of hanging out, we're playing a card game. After a couple minutes, Cove's mom returned with a deck of cards in hand. She strolled into the room confidently while shuffling. So, who's up for a few rounds? Cove and his dad looked over their shoulders at the question. They were mutually intrigued by the cards in her hand. I mean, who doesn't know at this point? Who doesn't know I'm in love with Cove? I'm pretty sure Cove knows. I know Cove does. I mean, like, I know, how to say this? I love Cove. Cove loves me. I know Cove loves me. I know Cove probably knows I love him too. She beamed at their expressions and stepped further into the living room. Ignoring the couches, she sat cross-legged on the floor by the coffee table. She turned to you and gestured at the space beside her, smiling invitingly. You accepted and followed her lead. The living room carpet was soft through the hardwood floor. Underneath could still definitely be felt. Kira did an overhand shuffle while she waited for the others to finish their task. The smile had yet to leave her lips.
Great.
This is going to be good. I'm excited because I love card games. You enjoyed card games, and it would be fun to play with Cove and his parents. It didn't take much longer for Cove and his dad to wrap things enough to call it good. Cove's dad appeared first, followed closely behind by Cove. Mr. Holden rubbed his hands together in anticipation. Alright, I'm ready. As he took a seat across from you on the floor, you noticed that Cove hadn't joined him. He went straight down the hall instead, without even a word. You stared on confused as he disappeared through his bedroom door. Oh, Cove? Cove, you're not joining us? Huh? Oh my gosh. Gotta bring out Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Oh my gosh. The rules of Yu-Gi-Oh are so complicated. Like, you have to think about like which generation or like which set of rules you're playing. Honestly, Pokemon has always been the easier game to pick up. And I once tried playing Magic, and like it was so much. It was so much. Like like it doesn't fit a table. You have to play on the floor or something to fit everything. Ko's parents didn't look concerned at the stunt. Kira nonchalantly split the deck of cards into two and rifled the halves together while offering an explanation of sorts. Cove doesn't keep his wallet with him when at home. He puts it away. What? What does that mean? Wait, are we gambling? Cove quickly returned to the living room, a black wallet in his hand. He took a place at the foot of the table with the rest of you. You blinked as Cove unzipped his wallet. You guys use real money? Even when you're only playing card games with each other? I don't have money. While you sat there, your hands idle in your lap, the three shot looks at one another and size each other up. Oh my gosh, are we playing poker?
Yeah.
That's right. $5 per round per person. Winner takes all. I don't have money. Go big or go home. Okay, guys. I don't have entry fee, so guess we're going home. Oh, are you planning on kicking Amy to the curb, or do you intend on donating to the guest of honor's pot, Mr. High Roller? Mr. Holden narrowed his eyes and leaned back against the side of the couch, completely at ease.
No worries.
Okay, we have a sponsor. If Amy wants to play, I'll fund her way in. Don't you worry about that. He rested an arm across the table on a knee that he propped up. Cove's dad was acting slick in a way you've never seen before. But Cove's money comes from the parents. How are they gonna gamble? Maybe it's like, you know how people do chores and they get money and stuff? Like, you know, and then now that money becomes your money and stuff, so maybe he's been saving. Or maybe Cove's been winning these gaming things and been slowly racking up cash. I appreciate the offer. Thanks, Mr. Holden. His tone and stance instantly became more familiarly friendly when he started directing his words to you. No problem, you can count on me. Thank you, future father-in-law. You can let me pay for Amy, she's my friend. Oh my gosh. Cove is letting me have his money? Oh my gosh. We're sharing finances, guys. This is, you know, this is, the next step in, like, a couple or whatever. Finance sharing. Mr. Holden grinned with a chuckle.
Good kid.
Alright, bud. I can see. You're too polite for me. Well, you got your ticket. Interested in throwing in? You glanced around. This seemed like serious business. In response to your concertation, Kira softened her competitive smile. I know, right? Guys, we're practically married. We just need the ceremony at this point. Don't worry too much. We'll probably just do some rounds of goldfish tonight, no biggie.
Do you mind?
What do you think? I'm gonna join in. I'm gonna gamble away. Definitely, I wanna play. Mr. Holden gave you a big thumbs up while Cove nodded firmly back. I'm good at goldfish. I'm good. Usually won when you play with your own family, to the point Elizabeth refused to play that game with you anymore. Fantastic. We'll play for however long everyone wants to keep going, or until people start running out of cash, but are still refusing to quit while they're behind. Speaking for yourself, I see. With a laugh, Kira nudged you using an elbow, then motioned towards the other two with her chin. Don't be fooled by their soft faces. These boys are sharks. No! No! Please. Oh my gosh, they do look like sharks! In reaction to her words, Mr. Holden smirked and Cole's eyebrows became more angular. Kira's phrasing made you think back to when you were young, specifically of Mr. Holden's favorite shark pants that he used to wear all the time. Perhaps it had been a fit for him in ways you didn't know of. You could feel tension in the air. Cove and his parents glued their eyes to one another, then all placed $5 in an empty slot in front of them. Cove dropped an extra one for you, giving you a tiny smile after he did it. Thank you! Thanks, Cove! Once this was done, Kira began dealing out cards to everybody. It was time to begin. The first round came and went quickly, with the group getting into the group of things. You won right away, which meant you had money to keep playing the second round. You're a natural! Nicely done. You better keep those wits about you for the next round, though. Oh, we don't actually get to, actually play. As the night went on, so did the games. Mr. Holden would jokingly shake his fist whenever someone other than him got a pair. Kira acted as a news anchor, reporting on every move everyone made by speaking into her curled fist. Cove was still a few words, but now it was because he was focused on the game, instead being overcome with awkwardness. Most of the time, you even spotted a small smile on his lips. You won quite a few games to your delight. You had a hefty money pile on your side of the table. You must forget paying Amy's way in now, huh? No way. Amy might be beating me, but she's also beating you two. Cove turned towards you and smiled, looking pleased at your ability to match his mom and dad. It's okay. Since you spotted me, Cove, I'll give you some money in return. Oh no, not Vegas. Okay guys, I'm gonna go to the roulette table. Bet on, bet on the number 0 and we'll take a spin and see what happens. You smirked and raised your hand for a high five, which he was willing to give you. Sweet. It became clear that where the money went in that moment didn't really matter. That they ended up giving it back to one another in other ways, and not just through more rounds of cards. You sat back looking over the scene. A tiny smile grew on your face. Cole's family was pretty cool, you thought. You're glad you got this chance to come over to spend time with the three of them. Aww, that was so cute. But yeah, that'll be the end of today's game or whatever. Let me just save. But yeah, we hit so many bases today. We had a shared bank account with, we shared finances with Cove. We, what else? We got to see his room, and that's amazing. Yeah, we made ourselves a part of his room because we named something after myself, Amy the fish, or aka Junior. So now he has to take care of that fish, because if not, then that would not be good if he kills our fish child together. So yeah, we hit a lot of bases today, and really glad. Anyways, I don't really have anything to say, but yeah, I think that's it. Thank you so much for coming, everyone. I really appreciate it. Thank you, and see you on Wednesday when we play Our Life once more. Bye. Bye. See you next time. I appreciate it. May you have a wonderful day. Bye. Oh yeah, good luck with setting is what I need. I need all the luck. Thank you. And I hope everything goes well. Bye.